Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Black Girls Getting Their Shift Together. Tonight, we have a live Q&A. Any question, all questions you have will be answered about narcissism. This is someone who studied it. This is someone who's lived it. This is someone who's been diagnosed with it. So I love when he's come on. He's a fan favorite. When I posted the flyer that Leon was coming on, all the questions started flooding in. So this is some good. I always learn a lot when he comes on. So this is going to be a free-flowing episode. If you have any questions, just drop them in the chat and Leon or myself will answer it. And first, we'll do this.
For the queen, sisters manifesting their dreams. Get your cream by any means and beam with self-esteem. Beauty supreme and Buddha walk so mean. The way you fit in them jeans, you eat your cornbread and greens. Dance or a doctor, red wine or vodka. Redesign your spot and redefine your mantra. Retwist your locks and realign your chakras. Doing your squats and getting closer to God, huh? Brunching with your squad or taking a girl's trip. Adjust your crown, you God's gift to the world, sis. Celestial body, drink your water. Meditate, sun-kiss goddess, heavenly order. Levitate, tribe of Ashanti, black girl magic, melanin popping, whether you ratchet or lavish, whether you bougie or savage, you a gift and a treasure. You got to love a black girl getting a shift together. Black girls are getting a shift together. These black girls getting a shift together, man. These black girls are getting a shift together. These black girls getting a shift together, dog.
Hello, everyone. My name is Ursula B, and I'm your host tonight for Black Girls Getting Their Shift Together. Shift. So again, we're going to be talking about narcissism, everything about narcissism. This is what I would consider a masterclass in narcissism because this man who's coming on, he's lived it. So he comes with a lot of knowledge, a lot of nuggets. Whenever he speaks, when I listen to his videos, I get a lot of aha moments. So I hope you do as well. Before we get started, make sure if you can like this video, share it with someone who you think can benefit from learning about narcissism. And if it's on the audio podcast, give your girl a 5-star review. It would be lovely. Leave a review would be awesome. And of course, share it with some friends. All right, Leon, are you ready to come on out from the backstage? He said, yes, let's do it. Or share it with some friends. All right, Leon, are you ready to come on out from the backstage? I hear some feedback. Yes, let's do it.
Feedback.
Or share it with some. Is that on my end or your end? All right, Leon, are you ready to come on out?
I think it's yours.
I hear some feedback. Yes, let's do it.
I don't know. I'll get back. You want me to just go to?
On my end or your end? Can you? Leon, are you ready?
I got the tab for YouTube and StreamYard on. Should I just have StreamYard up? No, I'll get back.
Yeah. Hold on 1 second. Let me see.
I got the tab for.
Can you go out and come back in again?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. Yep, that was his end.
Yeah, I had the YouTube up and StreamYard, so we good.
Okay, good. And you can leave it on if you put it on mute, and it can still run with no feedback.
I don't want to touch nothing, no more buttons, Ursula. I'm good.
It's all good. It's all good. Well, thank you again for coming on again. This is what, your third time probably?
I think it was, yeah. I told my friend that you're going to interview. I said, man, she's pretty good. He's going to have fun with you on here.
Yeah, that's what we want. So I told everyone about myself. Can you tell everyone about yourself? For people who are new to you coming on, because some people's already seen you before on my platform.
Yeah. So my name is Leon Walker. I was married for 12 years. I ruined my marriage. Been divorced for about almost 17 years. I have 3 kids, 3 adult kids, 1 granddaughter who's almost 2.
Yeah.
I'm from Cleveland. I'm north of Chicago right now. Just wrote my 4th book. I'm diagnosed with NPD, anxiety, depression, severe PTSD, and mood disorder, which nobody talks about that. That's another we could do if you want, but yeah.
Another what?
Another disorder that I have that nobody talks about. Yeah. So I love to travel. I love to eat great food. I love comedy. I love to work out. I do half marathons. I like to, I like to help people. I'm a very social dude, and I have all the traits. So I battle with it every day. There's a time where I didn't believe in God, the Bible. So my ex-girlfriend is the reason why I'm doing these videos. I didn't volunteer to do these videos 3 years ago, and here we are. I'm helping people now. So yeah.
So for those who do not know, and you can look, he shares the story. I will put the link for the first videos we've had so you can get the more in-depth answer. But if you can just give us a little compact answer on how you now know that you have been diagnosed as a narcissist or have narcissistic, what is it? NPD, personality disorder?
Yeah. So
yes.
I always knew that I was different. I knew that something was wrong. It wasn't like I knew something was there. I knew something was really wrong. And, as a child, as a young adult, you don't know what it is because I was very, very attracted to women, and I was also fearful of women, but it wasn't that I was fearful of them physically. I was fearful of their mind because I didn't have the mind to navigate in a relationship. I just didn't have it. I got diagnosed many, many, many years ago, but I didn't volunteer. In the military, you go through, you might go see a psychiatrist or psychotherapist. I never knew what a psychotherapist was until I started going to my therapy.
Okay.
But it's like you go into therapy, and I knew something was wrong. In the military helped me out because you're told to go through, whether it's physical for your retirement, domestic violence, anger management, whatever. And then you go there. It was one day a week, sometimes 90 minutes, sometimes 60 minutes. It was always an hour, except for 2 times. And then over a period of, it could be 6 months, 8 months, a year, and you get your diagnosis. But it's kind of like they don't come right out and tell you. Like in my medical record, it stated that they call you a PX, which is a patient, short for patient. Yeah.
Okay.
And it says PX will be in therapy indefinitely. They never told me that. I just found that because I was reading my medical record. I had no idea. So I will be in therapy for the rest of my life. What helps me now is these videos. And I didn't realize that I was helping people. I didn't even know. I was like, I'll be honest with you. When I first started doing these videos, it scared my ex-girlfriend. I'm like, well, you don't want to ask me to do it. When she's like, I do a video and she would call me like, why did you put that video up there about gaslighting and ghosting? She's like, Leon, I've been going through that with you. And I was like, well, you know what? I would go off. And I'm thinking like, man, she just set me up. My goal was to remain a narcissist, kind of like get a girlfriend and be cool, get married, die, and go to heaven.
Mm-hmm.
But that was my goal. God had a different goal and plan for me. So he sent her to me. I met her on TikTok.
No, really? That's kind of cool.
Yeah, and I flew to Hawaii to see her, and I stayed in Hawaii for 3 weeks. I don't even know. I don't even like flying. So I flew 9 hours. It was just, I was supposed to be there. She's an attractive lady. She was fun. She was funny. We got along, but with my narcissism, she was like, I can't do it. And she called me one day, and before she even called me, when I saw the phone ring, I said, she's about to end it. And I knew. Because she said, I feel you pulling away from me, and it's not fair. And she was right. So I was 55 years old. I'm 58 now. I was 55 years old when all this happened. So just imagine, I went through therapy. I got diagnosed. And at 55, I was still not ready to be, I was still playing games.
I see what how long were y'all together?
It's just 3 months.
Oh, okay.
But she's in the medical field, and she was well-versed in NPD. And she's kind of like not diagnosing me, but diagnosed me while I was dating her, because before I met her, she had already been in this thing where it was trending, and she knew about it because she'd been dating guys that was mistreating her and cheating on her and all this. So she said, you know what? She's very intelligent. So she said, you know what? I'm going to figure this out. I'm going to find out what this is about. And so she found out from just watching me and listening to my conversations. And she said, your actions don't match your words, Leon, and I know what's going on. So I told her. Yeah.
I love what you said about the actions were not matching the words.
They weren't.
Yeah. I just feel that sometimes, sometimes we are more infatuated with the words than what is the reality of what's going on.
I am too. And it's like,
Yeah,
when I
I've been
got to
there.
start proving it, it's like, oh, because I didn't even realize that my actions weren't matching my words. I was just telling her stuff. And just thinking that my thing with this to Ursula is that I was 55 and had been through a year or so of therapy, but I
Yeah.
still not practiced what I preached. And she called me out. Oh, I was hot with her. I was
Really?
Yeah, she's the only woman to ever do that because I was always in a relationship. I'm in charge. This is what it is. This is what we're gonna do.
Right.
Oh yeah, I was the man, and I tried to be. I thought I was until I met somebody. I was like, no, 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 no. You know? Yeah.
So how does she feel about the videos now? If you all still stay in contact?
She told me she stopped following me when we were dating. She said, "Leon, I don't follow you anymore." I'm like, she was ahead of me. She was steps ahead of me. And I'm like, what? And then she didn't have, but her girlfriends were on. When I posted a video, her girlfriends were on my Instagram and Facebook talking trash about me and calling me demonic and all that. It was like, you're not a counselor. You need to go to hell, and I hate you. Oh, it was bad. And so she stopped watching my videos long before she stopped. We broke up. So I was like, but see, with me, as arrogant as I am and cocky, like not now, but even 3 years ago, I was still like, whatever. I don't want to be that dude anymore. So now I'm like, I listen more and I can apologize. It still hurts to apologize. It hurts.
Why does it hurt?
Oh, because I don't like being wrong. And so Ursula, I don't know. I know now. I never knew that it was okay to be wrong. That doesn't make sense to me. So women will go, Leon, it's okay to be wrong. And I'm like, why the hell would you say it's okay to be, I can't do that. I can do it now. I'm like, okay, I'm wrong. Because me with my grandiose, overbearing personality, not being right is painful. Not knowing is painful. Failure is painful. Coming in second place is painful because as a child, I was either always wrong, always pissy, always dirty, always crying. So I'm like, oh no. So when I started getting taller and growing muscles and had wavy hair, I was like, oh, I'm about to change me. This ain't gonna happen no more because I had been hurt by my cousins, my babysitter, my mom. It was always women hurt me. So you think I'm gonna turn around and be somebody nice to be with? No, you're gonna like me. You're gonna enjoy me, and you're gonna respect. I'm gonna be in charge of this whole. Oh yeah, I was bad. I was hell on wheels because I had a woman tell me not too long ago. She said, "Leon, you never let me express myself." And I was like, because at the time I'm so into me. Why should you express yourself to me if you're still with me and you don't like what I did, and you come back the next day and you still having sex with me? You're giving me massages. You're cooking for me. So I'm not doing anything wrong. I was loving life, but she wasn't. So whoever she was at the time, it was a bunch of she's. So they trying to catch up with Leon and don't try to control me. Oh no, that's a trigger with me. So but they weren't trying to control me. They were trying to help me. I was too hard-headed to slow down because I was a cheater. So my mind was, I'm not gonna be here that long anyway. I mean, I always knew that I was gonna lose interest in everybody else. I knew it.
So you knew before, well, not before. Yeah, I guess I can say that before.
I knew before. And let me tell you something. I've never had a bad woman. Never. And so this lady heard me. She's like, well, that's because you're narcissist and you know how to pick them. No, that's not it. I present this guy that, first of all, we're going to have some fun. I'm a fun dude. I'm a outgoing, social, planning event type of dude. So they're like, okay, then I will come with different ideas, right? I'm like, look, let's go feed the ducks. We're going to go to the store and buy a loaf of bread. How many black women do you know feed the ducks with their boyfriend? Not many.
So would you consider this part of the love bombing phase?
Exactly. That's what yeah. So here's the thing what people don't understand. With me, grandiose, overt. There's nothing covert about me. I'm going to do everything different. Okay? I know how to grease your scalp. I know how to braid hair. I'm not that good at it, but I can get you 2 little braids and make you think it's cute. Oh, Leon, that's pretty cool. My last boyfriend didn't do this. So I'm doing everything your last boyfriend didn't do. Right? Everything. I might go in there and make you some nice crab legs, a nice steak. We're going to eat, we're going to I'm gonna paint your toenails. You know, I can do all those little things. And then on the outside, when we go out in town, we're gonna do all kind of different stuff. We're gonna ride the segways. We're gonna go on a helicopter ride, right?
Right.
I'm gonna teach you how to swim. I was always front loading the women to fall deeply in love with me, because the worst thing you can do is tell me what your last boyfriend didn't do.
Yeah, I agree with that. I feel that sometimes we give the blueprint, so you don't have to work hard because we give it to you.
Not only that, but I'm not saying I'm good looking, but I've been told that a lot. But when you say that and you see that and you feel it, you think I'm gonna really have to work hard in a relationship? And you know, just like I know, you can look at a guy within 30 seconds and know that if you're gonna be attracted to him.
Oh yeah.
If his teeth are straight and clean, if he's well groomed, nice eyebrows, nice smile, decent height, you know, okay, we onto something. So your body starts to react to that. Mm-hmm. And I knew that when a woman sees me, I'm gonna always be well groomed. But if I'm not well groomed, I might have on some coveralls, some Timberland boots, and a hat, and I still think I look good. So I was never like out the game. If I was dirty, I was still in. And a lot of people like that rough, rugged look. Anyway, narcissists have a lot of knowledge about the person that they want. Anyway.
Have a lot of knowledge of the person they're dating. Is that what you said?
Yeah. So what I mean by that is that I understand women sometimes more than a woman understands herself.
Damn. What makes you say that? Like, what is it that you see or have seen?
I know what they like physically. I know that they like eye contact. I know that they like a man to listen to them, a man to keep his word. I know that they like men that are adventurous and spontaneous as hell. I'm spontaneous as hell.
Right.
I know most women like to laugh, right? Most women like to be complimented about things that another man has never complimented about. My ex-girlfriend, she had these little ears, right? They weren't too small, but they were cute. But I liked them. And she had big breasts, she had big butt, big lips, but everybody was always complimenting her about that. So I saw her little ears and little forehead that I liked. And I used to kiss and touch all the time. I played with her for a long time. We were together for 6 years, and I wasn't serious about her. But I know what women look for in a man outside of the physical presence. So you know what? I might like his penis size. Y'all gonna look at the man's print, okay? You're gonna do that. But it's like, well, I've been doing that for 5 years. So let me see something different, Leon. So I'm gonna show you something different. Because I already know, what you like, what you're used to. So let me show you something that you're not used to, right? So once I get to know you, I'm gonna come over and have maybe you may like chocolate when you're on your period. Right. I'm gonna bring some chocolate. I'm gonna bring some good chocolate, Lindt, Godiva, Toblerone, right? So I listen when I want to listen.
Oh, wait, hold on. That's the key. What you said right there. You listen when you want to listen.
That's 100% true.
I hope anyone who's listening to that, including myself, so it doesn't go on deaf ears.
Never. Only time you think it goes on deaf ears is when I want you to think that I'm ignoring you. Or I forgot. You know how many times I told my ex-wife I forgot, I don't remember? I lied to her face and I was smiling on the inside.
Let's pause on that. There's a lot of people in the chat or watching now. If you all have any questions for Leon, post them in the chat and we'll read them we'll read them now, or if you want to share an experience. But I definitely encourage you all to do this. This is some good stuff. You're getting some good insight. Speaking of the lies, now this is my question, so I'll start off. What is it about an individual who is a compulsive liar in relationships?
Well, first of all, I was that too. The problem.
What's the driving force?
The driving force is to get you to realize and think and know that I don't care that you even know that I'm lying. So what happens is I believe my lies. I have to believe my lies because if I listen to this, Ursula, because if I don't believe my lies, my body will show. Okay. I might sweat. I might get nervous. I might stutter. So I am able to believe so we talk about this false sense of reality. Everybody talks about it, but nobody talks about it. So if I believe my lie and you know that it's a lie, but you don't know that it's a lie or that I believe it's a lie, you're going to start doubting yourself because I'm going to make you believe that it's the truth because I'm not going to show any signs. And you know what? The most important thing about this, which is always hard to do, is to remember that lie. So I know in my mind, that's why I say I know how women think. You're waiting for me to forget that lie. So I will put a lot of effort into not forgetting that lie just because I know that you want me to forget the lie. And if I know that you want me to forget the lie, I'm going to remember it so I can always come out on top and lie to you again. And then my lie becomes my truth. And then what happens? You forget about it. You don't want to talk about it because I just knew I just had it. I just figured it out, but he going to stick to it. Yeah.
So it's that warped sense of reality. Like you all really do believe the lie after a while?
I had to, Ursula, because to not believe it means that I lose to you. To not believe it means that I might lose you. To not believe it means that you're right. I couldn't stand for a woman to catch me in line and be right. Nope. My brain, so people say narcissists will never change. It's not true. I can change my behavior. So now it's like, you know what? I understand. Ursula called me to lie, baby. I'm sorry. You know, I'm having issues right now. I don't know why. I don't even know why I lied to you. Well, you know what? And then here's where you get charmed, get the hell charmed out of you. I shouldn't lie to you because you don't even lie to me. And I lied to you about this, and then you're fair to me. I'm not fair to you. That's not right to you. So I will work on it. But I'm gonna lie again because I'm gonna work on it. I'm gonna lie again and again. And then you know what happens when you catch me in the lie and I say, you know what, you're right. I'm gonna do one of your favorite things. And you go, well, damn, he admitted that he lied. He said he was wrong. And then now we're over here eating butter pecan ice cream. You know that's my favorite. I was almost wrong. And so now I right my wrongs and I watch me my little sins. But I'm gonna do it again because I know that I'm gonna apologize and then we're gonna go maybe get our nails done. I'm gonna go get a massage. I'm gonna treat my way out of it.
Yeah,
but also I would still be mad because you kind of like got me to admit it, and I don't want that. So if I really think that I'm going to leave you, and I know that I'm going to leave you eventually, I don't want to expose myself to you anymore. So that's why it hurts to tell the truth, because I know if I was going to stay, and if I didn't have NPD, and if I didn't have mood disorder, that'd be different. We can work on that, right? But what I know now is that, and I knew then, women will go to hell and back to fix a situation with a guy that y'all know has issues. Y'all will.
I agree with you on that. And that's where I encourage women to work on themselves and that self-development.
They don't. They want to work on me more, Ursula.
Yeah.
Because you know why? You are probably 10 times more strong mentally than a man. I know for a fact. I'm a very strong, overachieving, overbearing, outgoing, social, flirtatious, demonic monster. But emotionally, I am extremely weak. And so you go, you might, like my ex-wife used to say stuff, my ex-girlfriend used to say stuff, and just cut me like, ooh, I'd be like, son of a, I didn't like it. But y'all know because you all are equipped with a high EMIQ. Passion, compassion, right? Courage, and empathy. My EMIQ was extremely low. Empathy, I couldn't care less about any situation until now. It's like I was doing that just to protect my heart. It wasn't an act; it was a feeling.
Let's piggyback on that. So with that feeling, did that feeling ever remind you of anything in the past?
Everything in the past.
Like did you see a lot of lying or a lot of the love bombing?
Well,
for you to recreate what you have as an adult.
I saw a lot of misbehaving in men. I saw a lot of lying. I saw a lot of not caring, abuse. all of that, all of the things that I embodied. I was like, so the reason why I can tell you those things is only because I needed an excuse to continue doing what I was doing. So in my mind, other people created Leon, not me, and it's not my fault. And then what you guys, women, will say, you know what, Leon, I feel bad for your upbringing. Your mom should have did this. Your dad, yep. So now instead of you being mad at me, you can be mad at my upbringing, not me.
So yeah, so I was in this group therapy, and it was wonderful because just thinking about it now, how many of us in that group, we had that same trauma response to want to rescue. And it was always about, he did this and why did he? Why? And our facilitator, she said, I don't really care about all of that. Why do you want to be the rescuer?
You know
what is
why?
it about you that wants to rescue and you don't want to rescue yourself?
You know why?
Why?
Because it gives you a lot to do. And here's a key thing. If you rescue you before you rescue me, you just might be lonely.
Yeah, yes. Yep.
And you may not even be happy with that.
Yeah, the relationship will end.
And you don't want that. So you like, you know what? I know Leon, he ain't SHIT. I know he's a cheater, blah, 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 blah. But Leon is the only one that kissed my neck and my forehead.
Yeah.
Oh, this feels good. Greg didn't do it. Mike didn't do it. Harry didn't do it. But Leon, he's dysfunctional. But boy, when we go to bed, when he touches me all over, he puts me to sleep. He rubs my scalp. He rubs my bath water. You know, he puts lotion on my feet. And you know what? Women, two things. When you're stimulated mentally, I can do what the hell I want with you. I'm not saying as in, well, it is manipulation. I'm not saying as in just being overbearing and like taking control and dominating you. But even then, in my mind, you want to be dominated.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Not every woman, no. But you get to a point where you want certain things from a man. You want me to listen and be faithful. I wasn't going to be faithful. I'm going to listen to you, and you're going to think I'm going to be faithful. Back then. But if you're mentally stimulated, I know what's going on with your body, and you know what's going on with your body. And you don't even want to lie about it because at that moment, you want what you want. So it is what it is. So, Leon, I know, I caught you sexy, that lady, and blah, blah, blah. But we had a good day, so and then we start over. And we start over. And I do it again, and you do it again. And I do it again, and you do it again. Before you know it, it's been 3 years, and we're still engaged.
Ooh. If this resonates with anyone, are you enjoying the chat? Drop a 1 in the comment section. Okay, we have some questions. Let's see. Oh man, okay. So someone said, let me pull it up. Have you ever been hurt? Did that formulate into a better you or a worse than you?
No. When in 1991, I got destroyed, and I did a video about it last year, I think. Or I stalked my girlfriend.
Was that the stalking video?
Oh, yeah. So when you heard a narcissist or somebody with a few traits, whatever, they get worse. Ain't gonna get better. It's guaranteed that they're gonna get worse because they want revenge. They're hurt. They want to know why you did it. Who's this new guy or new girl? But I got hurt in 1991 because I told my girlfriend in February 1991. I woke up and said, "Hey, I don't like you anymore." Just like that. Excuse me. I looked at her. Yeah, she's still around to this day. We talk every now and then. I looked at her. I was like, "Hey, I don't like you. I don't love you."
What? Wait, how did that make you feel when you first heard it?
It made me feel good because I was detached, so I could go overseas and cheat with Asian women.
God damn.
So this is the powerful thing, not in a good way, that people need to know that narcissists can detach from you. Like I know I could, like that, emotions and feelings, and then come back around like nothing ever happened. It's like, all right, whatever. So I told her that, and I left that morning, February 1991. We went out to sea, And the crazy part about it, I didn't even sleep with Asian women. I was trying. It just didn't happen. We weren't in Japan long enough. And so, yeah, I hurt her bad enough that when about the time I came back, she had a boyfriend. And I called home 5 o'clock in the morning, like 2-3 months later. And she said, I can't talk to you. I have company. And at this time, we had been together for 5 years. And that was that was the worst feeling I've ever. That was.
How did it make you feel? Like, did you feel it in your body? Did you?
Oh, I felt it in my soul, my spirit, my eyes. I felt it in my earlobes everywhere.
Ooh.
And I dropped down on my knees. I was on the phone. I started crying. It was the first time I cried in a long time. We came back.
But was it a crying of manipulation, or was it, look?
No, it was real. I couldn't even control it. Yeah. And so we came back to San Diego in May of 1991, 3 months later. And she didn't come see me on the pier. When the ship pulls in, families come to the pier with the little signs and stuff. Hey, welcome home. She came to see me hours later, and she's looking different. She had her hair cut. She had on this lip gloss. She was dressed nice. I can remember everything she had on. Nice earrings. She smelled good. I had her some flowers. I went and got some Chinese food. Her best. She liked that. Waited at the hotel. She's like, I don't like you no more. I was like, what? So she kept just digging and digging and digging.
Did she?
Oh my God. And I chased her she got away from me. She started dating this guy. And for about a year, I couldn't do nothing. She's like, I'm going to tell you something though. When you discard a narcissist or somebody with 7 or 8 traits, and it's over, and you get your strength back, and you looking good and sexy, and you're doing good at work, you get bonuses, you bought a new car, a new house, you got your hair done, you good, you got a degree, you make them good, your credit score up because he had you under this control or she had you under this control. When you get to that point in a relationship and you get away, you better stay away. Because if they're anything like me, they're going to come back, they're going to wait, they're going to get you, and they're going to try to destroy you. So I came back, I got her back, I asked her to marry me, and then I canceled the wedding.
So was that more of a revenge for you hurting me? Is this the payback?
That's all it was. And then at that time, I had done so much stuff to her that she didn't even know about. And we still cool to this day. She's still in Cleveland. When I go to Cleveland, we talk. If I see her out, we laugh. But she has no idea other things that I did to her. Well, I'm not going to be secretive. I would use her car and have sex with other women in her car.
Hell no. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Sis, if you're listening to this, no.
No, that's cool. That's cool.
What?
Yeah, I'm going to tell you something, Ursa. Narcissistic people are very, 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 very evil-minded and can be self-centered, and very, very vindictive and revengeful, for sure. Very, very. So I think it's a trait that's developed based on it's based on a childhood, tired of being hurt, tired of being abused, and it's like, oh, now I'm gonna hurt any and everybody in my path. So I did that, and then I didn't even realize that I didn't have any empathy because I did it, and I was like, man, it shouldn't feel good to hurt somebody, but it felt damn good.
And I'm sure you probably witnessed that growing up as well.
That. And so when I saw my parents cry or fight, it was hard to watch that. But then now instead of going, Dad, Mommy, Daddy, stop, I was like, I would sit there and watch them and cry and they'd be like, okay. And then it's like, you know what, this is doing me no good. They're gonna fight again, they're gonna argue. So I became very fearful of my parents fighting. Then I saw men beat up women. It was like, I didn't see nobody holding hands and parading a woman around and twirling around and dancing and all that, doing the nice things. I saw them abusing women. I saw prostitution, and then I started liking prostitution too. At 15, I had my first prostitute. So it was like prostitution, yeah. Cursing women out, yeah. Holding hands, nah. Cuddling, nah. Being nice, I love you, hell no. Nope. How many women can I get? Leon, I heard you was talking to a girl. Yep. I saw you with those. Yep. So what? Get over it. I ain't gonna stop. Man.
When you were in therapy, did your therapist dig deep into childhood wounds?
Everything. That's why I was afraid to go to therapy. I was like, oh no, I'm not. And so I had to go. In the military, you're held accountable because if you go to therapy and you miss session, they call your job. In civilian world, you can miss all you want. They're not gonna say anything. So I was held accountable. Yeah, therapy was painful for me every week. Every week it was either an hour or 2 hours. I'm like, and after therapy, I went home, went to sleep. I wasn't going back to work because I couldn't function. So yeah, they take you back to childhood. Yeah.
I get especially if it's a real intense session, I'm exhausted. I felt like I've been swimming all day in the sun. Like my body is just, you get it? You know that feeling?
Yeah, because
I remember time.
Your body holds that trauma. Now go ahead, I'm sorry.
Yeah, exactly. I remember I left the session. I was 10 minutes away. I had to pull over because I could not keep my eyes open because I was so sleepy and exhausted.
Right.
And I pulled over just for about 30 minutes. I couldn't even drive the last 5 minutes home at that time just to regroup myself. And I was exhausted. So it is good. I like what you said about releasing the trauma, because if we don't, it does show up. And I know it can show up physically. I remember when I used to have permed hair, I remember my hair would fall out, and not just a few strands, just a lot of it. And then it also showed up in how I showed up in relationships, and then even relationships with my own self.
Right. You know, when I was a kid, I enjoyed being mean or hurting kids. So my friend that asked the question, William A., the one that I'm writing a book with, we played football together as kids, and it helped. I remember him hurting kids. Oh, I was like, man, it felt good to see that. Oh, I was like, so when I hurt somebody, so I went from on the football field to physically hurt somebody to also verbally hurting somebody. And I did that my entire Navy career. It started slowing down for me in 2004 when I got in trouble. I got written up, and they made me go see a psychiatrist and said I was bipolar, but I'm not. But I was verbally abusive. I got in trouble for it. I almost lost my promotion, but I was ranked number 1. And then the next year I got promoted, got ranked number 1 again, number 3 actually, and got promoted. So I'm like, oh, I might as well keep cursing people out and putting people down. So, you know, if I'm doing this to get promoted,
you're being rewarded for unsavory behavior.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. All right, we have more questions. This is good, but I didn't even get to mine, but we'll go with this right here. So let's see. Vacation Every Day said, that's why you have to cut off all contact with narcissistic people. Don't give them too many chances. Once you realize that the relationship isn't self-care for you, be done.
And I'm going to tell you something. I've been talking about my personality disorder since June of 2021. And in from June 2021 to now, I've amassed almost 500,000 followers, right? On Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram.
Okay.
And out of those 480,000 followers, 98% of them are women. The men that follow me is only about 10 that have reached out. Out of those 10 that reached out, 5 are consistent. Of those 5, nobody's over the age of 40.
Really?
Really. They don't like me. The older men don't like me. They don't listen.
You know why?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll say it, but you go ahead. I'll say what I think.
It's because I'm a mirror to them, and they don't want to hear it. It's the truth. It hurts. They ignore it. I was just in Cleveland with a bunch of my friends, and one of them admitted to me, he said, man, I think I'm a narcissist. He's 58 years old with me. But the key thing he said, I want to keep my wife. And so I'm going to help him out. But he's the only one that ever said that to me.
Is he a brother?
Yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful. See, this is what I love to see with our community, especially with our brothers. Like, this is the kind of support I like to see, not encouraging, oh, if you're married and then your wife is in the building, she leaves, and then your girlfriend comes in and, you know, the men are dapping each other up. No, this is what I love to hear. And I have mostly women listeners, but
you know, it's crazy.
I wish I had men to listen to this.
Yeah, when I was a whore, I had a lot of friends.
See?
Yeah. And I'm going to tell you something. I have friends right now that I've been knowing for 40, 45 years that have unfollowed me, that tell their other friends to unfollow me, that talk about me to our other friends. And I know they talk about me. They don't even know that I know. I know. But you know what, though? It don't even bother me.
Mm-hmm.
Because I cheated all my life. That's what I did. I was a cheater. I was a whore. And so I was very uncouth. I didn't have any respect for myself. I definitely didn't have any I didn't have any integrity. None of that. I didn't care about character, integrity. Those words were boring to me. I'm out here getting promoted. I'm leading people. I'm drinking alcohol, smoking. I got women everywhere, porn. I got money in the bank. I'm good.
Yeah. Why would you want to do anything else?
Yeah.
Let me ask you this, piggyback off of this question here about, or the comment about cut off all contact with narcissistic people. How does it make a narcissist feel when someone is holding a firm boundary with them and they cannot penetrate that wall? Like it's a true no contact.
Yeah, it hurts. They're gonna try it. That's why I mentioned it not too long ago. If you get away and you standing firm on that, you either better stay away or make sure he or she gets into therapy and they stay there. Because if you got them on the outside looking in and you standing firm on your boundaries and you slip up one little time, they're gonna punish you. They're gonna hurt you so that you either say okay and drop your guard, come back, Leon, or you're permanently hurt. They like to have a trophy in you. That was me. So if I got out before she got away and I hurt her, and I knew I hurt her, she's like, I can't even date Leon. I can't move on. And ladies, stop telling people what you cannot do, because that's what I wanted to hear. I can't date anybody. I don't want anybody to touch me. You ruined me. They like to hear that. That don't hurt my feelings. Now, the way that I think now, I'm cool. I have my therapy. But when you say, Leon, every bald-headed guy reminds me of you. Every guy with a beard reminds me of you. Every guy with thick eyebrows and a big nose reminds me of you. I can't go to the club. I don't like that cologne. I don't like the jeans he's wearing. I don't like the shoe he has on. It reminds me. They want to hear that. So, ladies, stop telling them what you can't do because of him. Or brothers, stop telling her what you can't do because of, her. Don't do that. Because that's going to boost it. It's an ego stroke. That's all it is.
That's interesting when you said, because I got a visual of it when you said a trophy. So when you said that, all I can see is some of these rooms where they have the heads of the prey. Right. That,
you know what that is? That's ownership.
I never thought about it like that.
It's ownership, 100%. Now that I know that you're hurting and you can't move on, I own you. I don't even worry about you dating somebody because you can't even move on. And I tell women, stop telling men that, because now I'm going to go it's good for my ego. I know because when we break up, I really don't want you to see anybody else. Although I'm seeing somebody else, I'm a cheater, I'm greedy, you can't see anybody else. So if you tell me I can't do this no more, I just got to stay in the house, my hair's falling out, I'm sick, blah, 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 I'm drinking wine all night, I like to hear that. I'm not me now, but I like to hear that. So I tell women, stop saying those things, because all you're doing is making them feel good about what you can do, about how he hurt you, how she hurt you.
And that's that trophy you were talking about.
That trophy. Got to have that trophy so that I can move on. I've already moved on, but I'm going to come back and see how you're doing.
Right. Okay, let's see. We have a lot of questions coming up. Okay, so Elena Holloway Carpenter. And for the viewers, thank you so much for posting your comments. I appreciate that. Thanks for being so honest and open. So this is a game.
Yeah.
Have you been able to go back? This is a great question. Have you been able to go back and apologize to the women you have hurt?
Yeah, that's a good question, Elena. So it is a game because narcissists are never serious about a relationship. You can think they're serious about it. Like my ex-wife thought I was serious about being a husband. I sucked as a husband. But she held on to me for 12 years. I would be like, why does she even like me? But it is a game because they're not in it to win it. They're not in it forever. narcissists do not have longevity or staying power. I didn't. And
You
so
didn't, or you didn't want to?
I didn't. I don't think I had it. I just didn't feel it. I just didn't like the love. Leon, I love you. I'm sorry. Do you love me, Leon? Yeah. It was nothing there. So I wasn't going to talk about love. And what is love? I don't. Even at 58, it's like, okay. In therapy, she told me, she said, "Well, do you like anything about your girlfriend?" I'm like, "Yeah, I like a lot of things." So I can start there. But I was too afraid to connect deeply with a woman.
So it was just the external factors that drew you to them, but nothing soul.
Yeah, but it was external until we're in the bedroom. Then, no pun intended, it was internal. The connection, but it was only connection for me to make her love me. That's all it was. I wasn't gonna love her.
Oh, so that makes me think from our first
And
when
so
you would say you would always want the love of your mom. Do you remember saying that?
I remember that. Yeah.
Wow.
And so I went so long without having that from my mother from age 11 until now. You know, she passed away in 2012. So from like 1966 to when she died, my mother was gone. Crack. She's on crack. She's in the street. She was getting high. So I tell you this much. This is one of the biggest struggles for me. And I'm going to get back to finish Elena's question. I was closer to every girlfriend I had. I was closer to their mother emotionally than I was to them.
Wow. Wow. You see that?
Their mothers could get me to do anything, but they could not. It could be a cat in a tree 30 stories up. Oh, I'm going to get the cat for their mother. But if he asked me, Leon, I'm like, no, hell no, get the hell out of my face, you know? Right. But I always wanted to be able to. And one thing that really made me, I'll be honest, one thing that made me punish women, not physically punish them, but if they were disrespectful to their mother, I couldn't stand that. Because I'm like, your mother's here. Your mother's around. Your mother cooks for us. Your mother don't smoke crack. And you tell them to shut up and you won't. No, Leon, we got to go. My mother wants this. Let's get out before my mother comes. I hated that. And I was like, you know what? You starve your mother, I'm going to starve you. I didn't tell her that, but I did. I would have a funky attitude when I saw women disrespect their mother. And men, too. My boys, I'm like, bro, why don't do that? I would do things for the mother on purpose to hurt him or her.
Right.
Because I lost that when I was 11. So here I am. Very advanced, very experienced, 11 years old in the streets, 15 years old, buying prostitutes. You really think I'm going to be a good person to be with? Yeah, they were attracted to me. I was in the military. I had a great job. I had benefits. I had a car. I had my own place. I had a great credit score. I had a couple of visas in my pocket. That's all I needed. A relationship wasn't important to me. And then if you catch me cheating, so what? Either you leave me alone or you stay with me and knowing it's going to be you might be number 3, 4, number 5. I chose to be that way. A lot of times I was like, this makes me feel good. I think I chose it, but most times that's who I was. I think all the time I was that naturally. It was a feeling because without all of that attention, I felt unimportant.
So two things before we go to part 2 of Elena's question. First of all, there's a lot of people in the chat. I'm hoping y'all are liking this video, at the least sharing it. This is some good info. You're getting a lot of love in the comment section as well, Leon, and I'll read that.
Let me know that, you know what, I don't gloat in this. And sometimes one lady told me, because I don't smile a lot, but I'm a funny, fun-loving guy. I like to smile, I like to laugh. But in my videos, I'm serious. So this lady's like,
you are.
She's like, yeah, why don't you smile? So then when I started smiling, one lady was like, oh, you smiling? You making money off people's pain? I'm like, lady. But I didn't say nothing. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Can you tell the listeners how important it is, or if you even think it's important enough, when two people are getting to know each other in that getting to know stage, on exploring how people grew up?
It's very important.
Yeah, because it's a blueprint. I feel like it's a blueprint of what you're going to get in that relationship.
If they would have asked me, the first sign of the first red flag is me not talking about my mother. My ex used to be like, "You never talk about your mother. What's going on?" I'm like, "I don't want to talk about my mother. Don't even bring it up." All right. They'd be like, "Okay." I wasn't violent towards women. I was verbally abusive. And so that's a red flag because I didn't have a connection with my mother after 11. My mother and I were very close, but very far apart because she was getting high. I got my mother's ashes right here. And so I know she's still with me. So there's no disrespect, Ma. She know that. I'm not disrespecting. But it's very important that you know about the parents, because my father's dating patterns, I emulated my dad's dating patterns. He didn't like wholesome, sweet, professional women. He liked women that smoked cigarettes, drank liquor, drank beer out the can. Yeah. And then I started liking those same women. So if you see the type of women that his dad dates, you get an idea of what the guy the guy that you're trying to date, the type of women he actually likes. Because he could be with you, but it could just be a front. He could be using you to make himself look good to his family. Well, when he drops you off, he may go get a hooker, or he may go get a chicken head from the hood. I get that too. So I had good-looking women that were dressed nice, the red bottoms, the nice earrings, bamboo hairstyle, lip gloss, right? Nice Movado watch, whatever. That was just to impress people, to show the type of woman I can get.
That trophy.
Yeah, the trophy, right? But I couldn't keep those women because they were on a different level standards-wise. If you see me, you think my standards are through the roof because I'm in the military, I have a great job, I talk to people, I'm a recruiter, whatever. I got my own car, it's clean. That wasn't me. That's who you wanted, and I became that guy. And I drop you off and go to the hood where they smoking cigarettes and drinking wine on the corner and fight. That was what I was all about. But I could be a chameleon. That's the scary part about narcissists.
I was just going to mention that about the chameleon. I had read somewhere how the mask can come off and on, and it just depends on, especially if they're covert. Wait, let me think. Yeah, covert. Well, even overt. Now I'm thinking about it, how the mask is interchangeable.
But the thing about it's interchangeable. But they say narcissists are high performers, highly intelligent. And so that's why I mentioned earlier, I know how women think. So that's why it's gonna be hard for me to date. It's gonna be hard for me to get a girlfriend. It's gonna be hard for me to get married. I want that. But
I was gonna ask you, did you want to get married or be in a relationship?
Yeah,
because a healthy relationship.
I've never been in a healthy relationship. They were healthy, but I wasn't. I'm 58 years old. I've never fell deeply in love. I did twice. I was like, but then I got scared. So it wasn't like I can hold on to a woman and be in love. I just don't know what that. I know what it kind of feels like, but I was always fearful. But I realized through therapy that I was scared of me. But I would tell her, I tell myself, I'm scared of her, so that I wouldn't emotionally connect with her. So I made it her fault, not me. But I wasn't okay. She was okay. But I'm not going to tell her she's okay. I'm going to make myself think that she's not okay and I'm okay. It was reversed for me. So I wouldn't connect with her on a deeper level. I would give her the surface stuff. Every now and then I hold her hand, surprise her. Every now and then I cuddle with her and not want to have sex. Right? I could bring home a gift that just because gifts, that wasn't like because I cared for her. It was because I wanted her to see what I was capable of doing. That's what love bombing is, not just to make you fall in love. It's to show you what I'm capable of. And you go, well, Jesus Christ, he can do that. I wonder what else he can do. Before you know it, you all hooked in and in love and telling your friends about me. And then not so long from now, I'm going to leave.
Is it like your resume almost?
It isn't. Exactly. It's a resume. It doesn't change. The only thing that changes is the woman.
Right. So back to Elena's question, the second part, have you ever been able to go back and apologize to the women you've hurt?
Not only that, but some of when I was in charge of a lot of male sailors in the Navy, I found a few that I apologized because I'm like, man, I don't know how I said those things. I called people names. I yelled, screamed. It was bad. But to answer the question, Elena, yeah, I apologize to quite a few of the women that I've dated and hurt. Yeah.
How did it make you feel after you did that?
It made me feel good because you know what? I realized that apologizing wasn't really that hard, bro. It wasn't.
How about that?
Yeah, it wasn't. And so that's why I say I got a lot of love and respect for women because y'all like, just apologize, man. It's not that hard. Y'all so strong. I couldn't imagine it being as strong as y'all because if women had done to me what I've done to them, you see First 48 around here somewhere, yellow tape. I'm getting arrested because I couldn't handle it. I had to get revenge some kind of way because whoever it was, she hurt me. When I stalked my girlfriend, I was out of control. I stalked her for like a year. I had stopped brushing my teeth. I stopped taking showers. I wasn't getting haircuts. I was only like 25 years old. But after that, when I got it back,
oh my God,
I was a terror for probably 20 years.
Ooh, that's a long streak.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. We have Malia and Elenia. Thank you for your comment. Okay, Malia said, good evening, everyone. Question. I dated what I believe is a highly narcissistic man. It only lasted about 3 months. Why does he stalk on social media and call from unknown numbers and not say anything?
Because he knows that she knows that it's him without knowing for sure. That's exactly why he does it. It makes him feel good. So she has to stop answering those phone calls and ignore the posts, whatever he's doing. He knows that she knows that it could be Leon. And he knows in his mind, when I stalked my ex-girlfriend, I had to make myself believe that she knows that it's me without really knowing that it's me. Because
that's a mind up.
Yeah, because if she asked me, I'm like, girl, I ain't stalk you. I don't even like you. I got somebody better than you, blah, blah, blah. Don't ever do that because he's going to let you have it. And he's going to lie to you. But he's stalking you from a distance because you know why? It's a lot of fun. I don't do that anymore. I don't have to do it. But he knows in his mind that she knows or thinks that it's him. So that, and I'm going to tell you something that's even scary. You know what's even scarier about that situation?
What?
Is that when she checks the phone or looks at the post, whatever, he feels like they're close. He's tracking her. Yeah. Because he's getting that's attention.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Can we put a twist on that?
Sure can.
Can we take that outside of a romantic relationship? What about family members? Same thing, right? Like if you put a no contact with aunt, uncle, mother, father, mother-in-law, brother-in-law, father-in-law, it could be this related to the same thing, right? The same feelings, you think?
Yeah, same, definitely, for sure. But it's like a game to sit behind a computer and text and call from unknown numbers. You answer, he might breathe, or you answer and they don't say anything, and then you hang up. That's a good feeling for a narcissist that I just connected with her. Now, if he's a malignant narcissist, those are ones that are violent. Mm-hmm. So he'll play this game until he gets closer to her. I'm not saying he will do it, but you never know. But every time she answers, he gets her attention. It's like we never broke up. We broke up, but you still pay attention to me.
It is a game.
Yeah, men will. I know exactly what they do because I did it. Park around the neighborhood, slide by, like, oh, I'm not coming by your job, knowing and hoping that you see him. And the worst thing y'all can do is respond. Leon, I saw you drive by. No, don't do any of that. You didn't see nothing. Leave it alone. Because every time you say I saw you and you don't do nothing about it, you're gonna see me again. In my mind, you still want me. I have to tell myself that because I could not deal with the fact that you don't want me.
Right.
Yeah.
So again, that's the importance of that no contact, like a solid no contact.
Solid.
Yep. Ironclad.
The thing about it, You
Uh-huh.
have to be to kill the hurt and narcissist. You have to be completely silent.
Yeah.
Completely, like you don't mean nothing to me. You don't matter. You're gone out of my life. She had another question.
Yeah. And it's a narcissistic, it's an injury to
Big
you
time.
all, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I know
Yeah.
for a fact they can't tell me any different. Men or women, they can't tell me. I know what they feel.
All right, let's see what this next question from Malia. Hold on. She said, "Oh man, y'all, I missed a lot of these questions. I promise y'all, I'm gonna get to them. My bad. Okay. Let's see. Did we do this one with Elenia already? Yes, we
Yeah,
did. We did the social media
that one too.
unknown numbers. Okay, here it is. I'm back on track. So Malia said I ended because I'm assuming the relationship because I could tell he was lying to me and was dealing with other women. I left quietly.
Yeah, she did the right thing, and he don't like that. It's like, how dare you sneak away? You could have told me you was gonna break up with me. When I never told anyone, hey, I was never mature about breakups. I'm gonna do something to make you so mad that you're gonna hate me, and then you break up with me, but it's your fault. Although I did what I did, I wasn't gonna. My goal wasn't for us to break up, but it was. But I want you to break up with me, so I can always accuse you.
Ooh.
So when I get my stuff together, come back, you go, well, you were pretty messed up, Leon, but you didn't break up with me. You didn't walk away. No, I didn't. But in knowing that I did walk away, you just didn't realize that I was walking away.
Right.
So that's just reverse psychology manipulation, whatever you want to call it. Yeah.
Can we talk about a reverse Hoover?
Yep.
You said, yep. That's the way you said it.
Right.
So what are your thoughts on that?
I did a video on that. And
did you?
Yep. May have been this year or late last year. But can't think of what I did. I talked about the reverse Hoover. Man, what was it? I'm trying to think of what I put in the video.
We can go back to that question too and move on.
That's fine.
Yeah. Okay. And when it comes to you.
Yeah, I did a video on it.
So, hey, Keisha. Keisha said, sincere thanks for your honesty. And
thank you.
Hennessy, the black. Okay, I like that name. Hennessy, I like the black rose part.
Mm-hmm.
They said, wow, incorrect. I don't know what that's about. If you don't mind dropping it in again, Hennessy. So Von Bryant said, this brother is doing great work. He is exposing the devices of the enemy. God is using him to bring awareness, healing, and deliverance.
Thanks, Vaughn. Did I pronounce that right? That's a cool way to spell it.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it's different.
Yeah.
I like that. Thank you, brother.
So Hennessy, the control, I guess that's what they were talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Vaughn, vacation every day said, don't give them access to.
That's right. I did a video on that too. It's called Access for Excess. Access for access, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
When they call, because people leave people unblocked. Now, I don't know if I'm blocked, but if you keep them unblocked, every time you call, they call and you answer, that's access.
Mm-hmm.
Every time they email you and you respond, that's access. When you're at the beauty salon or at the gym and you talk to them on a conversation, that's access. As long as they got the access to you, they think that they still can be with you. They get back with you. Yeah.
And it doesn't always have to be a positive attention. Right. I believe it's even the negative. They're still getting attention.
And that's my point. It's still attention. It could be a 1-minute phone call. It's still attention because they have to make themselves believe that you still want them. Mm-hmm. Although they may still want you, they're not going to tell you that, but they want to feel it and know it from how you respond to a phone call, an email, seeing them at the club. One thing I tell women for sure, never do. If you see me at the club and you leave, I know that you're still emotionally disturbed by me. Mm-hmm. If you see me at the gym and you like, oh my God, you walk away, I know that you're still emotionally disturbed. Stay there. Don't act like, don't let me know that I still have power over you and you're going to walk away. No, stay there. Stay at the gym. Stay at the club. There's a lot of women like, I don't want to be at the club to see and flirt with all the women. They're going to flirt with those women on purpose to hurt you.
Mm-hmm.
So if you know that they're there before you go, just don't go. Because if I see a reaction and I'm hugging somebody or in somebody's ear, I'm doing it on purpose to hurt you.
Mm.
Yeah.
It's a
Don't give
lot.
them access. That's right. That's
So-
very important. Do not give them access.
Yeah. No matter how much they try to get in there. Let's see. Hennessy, the Black Rose, and thank you all again for your comments. They said they turn into you. Wait, they turn into you. They turn. Oh yes, the chameleon we talked about. They
Yeah.
turn it into you. They turn into whatever you want them to be,
And
whoever you think they are. 15 years wasted.
And another thing about narcissists, don't care about time.
Why do you say that?
Because a 6-year relationship is just like a 6-week relationship.
Really?
As long as you stay with me and we're engaged and you ain't talking about marriage, you caught me cheating 32 times, I ain't gonna change.
There it is.
I had 2 6-year relationships, didn't marry either one, told one I would marry and then canceled, and I had a 12-year marriage, ended it like oh, whatever. Yeah.
So back to that 6-year one, when you said you walked away from the engagement or the marriage, what was it? Were y'all days, weeks, months away from the wedding, or
probably a year? And we started planning it, and then I'm like, well, you know what? I ain't gonna marry you, because she's the one that hurt me when I was in Japan.
Okay, so
and she took me back, and I tell you, I'll stop taking us back, because if we're gonna work hard at getting back in, and they will work even harder at hurting you and getting back out. Guaranteed. They don't come back to, okay, I'm better now, I love you. Women believe that, and men believe that. Oh man, she came back. No, buddy, she's going to destroy you and then watch you burn.
Let me ask you this: has any woman just ever turned up on you, like straight up? And I'm not talking about verbally. I'm talking about physically. You're smiling. You froze. I don't know what's going on.
What about now?
Yep. Now you're good.
Two women turned up on me. One brought a butcher knife to my job because she was pregnant. In my office, she bought a butcher knife. She said, "You're gonna give me the $600 for this abortion, ninja." I was like, I ain't. And she spit on me and slapped me and walked out. When I walked out, she put BITCH on my window shield and pink lipstick, spit on my car. And she was a thug from Detroit. I met her at Child Care. Yeah, she turned. But then we went out that night and had dinner and had sex. So I was attracted to that.
Wait. Were there people around? Did anyone see it?
Yeah, but I didn't care. I wanted them to see it.
Why?
Because it showed that women were crazy about me. I liked it.
Hell,
I don't want that now. So I'm gonna tell you everything. You asked a good question. Well, you asked me.
What did your coworkers say?
It was like a badge of honor. Leon, you got these women crazy about you. Yeah, it was a badge. I wasn't embarrassed because listen. First of all, I'm in the office with 4, 5, 9 men. Army over here, Marines back here, and the Navy. We're in a recruiting office. And she was tall, big breasts, short haircut, beautiful. Coming in my office with a butcher knife. So in my mind, I got this beautiful woman. I'm able to make her crazy about me. Right. I know. I know. There was no fear. I wasn't embarrassed. That was like a badge of honor. I'm telling you.
What in the hell?
What made it even better for me is that she didn't like nobody. She didn't look at nobody. She came straight to me. Like, if you're gonna give me this $600, I'm gonna kill you, Leon. I'm only 5'9". She's my height. But she was slender, big breast, pretty, sexy, and I felt good about her being crazy about me. I still know her name and everything. We used to kick it. We used to go out downtown Cleveland, restaurants, liquor, drinking, smoking, all of that. Yeah.
Hold on. If with your video, if you go out and come back in again, that may fix the pixelation on it because it's freezing.
What you want me to do? Shut it down and come back in?
Yep, like you did before. Log out and then log back in with that same link.
Okay, you gonna be right here?
I'm gonna be right here.
Okay.
After that story, I'm not going anywhere. I want to
back.
wait for the second part to that.
Okay.
Y'all. Wait a minute. If I was if I was your coworker.
Listen, Ursula, look, people have no idea about this narcissism stuff. It gets really, really deep. I got a bunch of stories you would not believe.
Oh my God. Wait a minute. What was the second one? Oh my God. Yeah, my glasses fogging up. That's wild. So did you give it a $600?
Man, I was peeling off 50s and 20s quick.
Oh my God.
Wow. Hey, yo, but you know, but the thing about it, all the women I was messing with, Ursula, they had other guys too. I was just like, I'm the top dude. So she could have been pregnant by, she's messing with a firefighter too. He was married. It was just a hot mess. It was a triangle, a love triangle. So, yeah.
Oh my God. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Hennessy, the Black Rose. They said he loved his mother until he found out she was an abused woman and that she did not protect him as a child. Then he started to hate her. Then he started to treat me like and got very mean.
Yeah, that's about right, because he was mad that his mother, whoever that was, left him and or wasn't there. So she had to take the abuse that he wanted to do to his mom. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So we're getting let's see. There's another question.
Great case every day. Very sick, yeah.
Very. MZ said, yes, silence is golden.
Silence is golden. I wish more women would do it, but you know what y'all do? And I get sick of hearing it. I could have 100 phone calls a day, but I had to stop. I was doing 3 a day from Monday to Thursday. I can't do it no more. And I do it for free. I could charge people, but the problem y'all have is when you're not hurting as bad as you used to hurt, you start feeling sorry for the person that hurt you.
Oh, yeah.
I hear it all and I have to put the phone down. They go, Leon, you there? I'm like, I'm here. I can't believe you just said that. Mm-hmm. After you told me this man, y'all engaged, you caught him cheating, he's getting high, he left home for 3 days, he come back stinking, the woman called your house, you like mad and raging and blah, 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 blah. And then you feel bad. Mm-hmm. I don't understand, because I ain't never felt bad. That's just my lack of empathy, right? But y'all that have empathy, that's it's not the worst trait you can have, but it's a dangerous trait, because you feel bad for people that hurt you, and you knowing they're hurting you and making you sick before you even take care of your own good health.
But you know, some of that, I don't think it is all empathy. I do feel like some of it can be with the person's trauma, or that you want to rescue someone.
That's empathy.
Did you say sympathy or empathy?
Empathy. I understand how you feel. I felt that way. So I can relate, Leon. I'm sorry if I didn't help you enough. Because you know you know you are stronger than me emotionally. You know that. So for you to not to help me means you gave up on me, and y'all don't like giving up on people. And you'll be hurting, you'll be sick, your menstrual cycle be off, and you'll get in the kitchen and cook a meal for 10 people. You'll take your mother something to eat, your uncle, your daddy, your brother, and that man, you just caught him cheating. You be in the house hurting. Well, let me sleep it off a little while. Let me get up. I'm not making fun of anybody. And you get up and you perform in any manner. If he's horny and your mind is not right, your body's not matching your mind, and you're not horny, you lay on your back, or you make him lay on his back. You'll do it.
I feel I do agree with you. I maybe say a part B to that.
Yeah.
I think sometimes when we do that, let me word this carefully. I think sometimes when we do that, it is sometimes out of manipulation because we want that validation. So yeah, I'm sure there is that empathy, but it comes to a point, you know what? I do not want this relationship to end. So you know what? I'm going to, like you say, lay on my back. I'm going to have these cramps. I'm still going to cook dinner. I'm going to ignore.
Is that manipulation or is it struggle strength?
I think
sometimes you're just strong, and then you're going to do it by any means necessary. Because you know why? You don't want me to go to nobody else.
Yeah, that to me, that's manipulating the.
Or is it doing what you do to stand by your man? But you're a woman, you would know more than I do. Maybe it is manipulation.
I think it is manipulation. Well, let me back up. I never thought it was. I would think that. Let me back up. I grew up in a world where struggle love was a thing. That was normal. That's what I saw. Okay. But I also do know that you don't have to have that struggle love, because if you start expressing your needs and your wants, and we talked about it about 20 minutes ago, the relationship is probably going to end. You get it?
I'm going to end it. You won't end it though.
Exactly. So women at times we tend to be quiet because we don't want to cause any waves, but we would rather stress our own selves out than say how we really feel, because we know if we do, we know when that relationship is not good for us. We do know that. I feel like we do, because our even if it's not here, our bodies let us know.
Right, but you still stay.
Exactly. Right. Meaning the manipulation part, even like manipulating yourself. I'm going to stay.
Or do you think that it's nurturing? Because you ain't going to quit. Leon, we're going to work on this. We're going to work it out, baby. We got this. That's nurturing. That's that motherhood.
I would have thought that years ago, before I started therapy myself. And now for me, I related it to my own trauma responses, or even just that attachment that I had, that unhealthy attachment. So now, like, absolutely not. But I would have thought at one time, well, I'm just a good person. I'm going to be the bigger person. But meanwhile, I'm not happy.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And you know how many women are not happy, but they act like they are?
Exactly.
A lot.
Yeah. I've been that person. I get it. Yeah. Let's see. I'm not gonna read that.
That's fine. No. Read it. It's cool. I can see it.
Okay. Nori B said he's a nice looking guy, but I'd be scared of him.
And so remember,
why?
Remember, I told you earlier that it'll be hard for me to date. It'll be hard for me to get married.
Mm-hmm.
I remember, and that's fine. Women they're scared because they don't know. Like, I don't know, Leon. I don't know. Are you? And then I get to be like, baby, come on. Next, we out eating ice cream. We're going to movies. We're on the couch. We're in the bedroom. Then they like, well, you manipulated me, so that's why I don't even do it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm chill, but the thing about it is, I never spoke about God, but I speak about God now because whenever the right woman is for me, I'm gonna have it. I'm not even worried about it. I'm not bragging. Maybe that's part of my personality, sort of where I've always expected to have a girlfriend, I have a woman around. But no, I mean, I'm just not like I've never like struggled getting women.
Okay.
And I struggle keeping them because I was a cheater. But getting them was never hard. So she's right. But a lot of women are gonna be scared of me. They tell me that now.
Do they?
Yeah.
What do you say?
Right. But what the question is, do I like that or do I not like it? So narcissistically speaking, yes, I like it.
Why?
Because it's like they'll like me, right? They'll love me. They don't want anybody else to have me, and they're gonna leave. They're not gonna leave me. So me regulating my emotions, go, you know what? I could be real arrogant, like, yeah, she's scared of me, so she gonna do everything I want. I ain't gotta worry about her. She won't raise a voice. She won't overtalk me. Right? The cook, she gonna cook, clean. But that's not fair. That's not healthy. I want to help. I've been in unhealthy relationships all my life, and I've dated women that were scared of me. I wasn't like a physically violent dude, no. But is he gonna cheat? You know, is he gonna get loud? Is he gonna be verbally abusive? There are consequences with everything that I do or say. I always have been. But the problem with me was I didn't fear consequences. You know why? Because I can get in trouble and I can turn around and make it a beautiful situation.
And on top of that, you were being rewarded for your behavior
every single time. Whether it be a promotion at work, say a year, or she mad at me, she's crying, and next thing you know, we're having sex. I get rewarded.
That's why.
Yeah. So she's right. Women will be scared of me, and that's the part that I got to deal with. They neglect their kids. I neglected my daughter years ago. We're cool now. She's 28, have a granddaughter, but when her mother got pregnant, I was engaged with another woman, and I got married, and I didn't know she was pregnant, and she had the baby, and I hated her for about 10 years. I grew up with her.
Wait, excuse me, you hated the mom or your daughter?
The mom. And so to hurt the mom, I didn't see my daughter for like maybe 6 years. Yeah, I was wrong. I'm telling you, Ursula, I might be probably the worst. It's bad men out here and women, narcissists, but I was pretty bad off. And so, yeah, I hurt my daughter. When they do hurt the child, it's indirectly, but it's directly to hurt the parent of the child.
So did you ever have those loving feelings toward your daughter, but fought it off because your dislike for her mom was greater?
And we went to court. We sat on the same bench, and I didn't even look at her. And I looked down at my daughter for like 3 seconds. I was like, damn. She's only like 3 months. I was like, I knew that was my daughter. And then
she probably look like you, does she?
Man, let me tell you. And then the judge said, Mr. Walker, would you like to establish paternity today, or you want to deny that it's your child? Get a test. I said, I want to deny it. And her grandmother said, you son of a, you punk mother. She went off. I didn't care. I was still trying to hurt her for having a baby that I did not want. But after a while, I got over it. I didn't even realize that I was that bad off, but I was bad off.
What made you get over it? Like, what was that hump that said, you know what?
Her grandmother called me like 10 years after that, somewhere in there, and called me. And I was driving, phone rang in my car. I'm like, hello. She told me, she just got on and said, you need to do better. You need to be a father to your daughter. And that stopped me in my tracks. So she's a mother, okay? A grandmother. So I didn't have that mother to talk. So if my mother had told me that, I would have been like, okay, Ma, I would do better. But her mother told me, my daughter's grandmother, she called me. I'll never forget. I was in Virginia driving down one of those streets, Norfolk Boulevard, but I pulled over and I talked. I said, I'll do better. I will. And I did from that point forward. Yeah.
So since you were always keen on the approval from older women, like the moms or the grandmothers, how did it make you feel when grandma was cussing you out in the courtroom? Did that hurt more? At
the time, it didn't bother me because I was in denial and I was married. And I got married and I wanted to hurt the mother. So her calling me names, I'm like, I never disrespected older women. I disrespected women that I dated. But her mom, she's like, you know, it was hard not to curse her out, but I just, was always respectful to people's mothers in a way. But it was bad because how am I respectful and then I'm cheating on a daughter?
Right, right. So, okay. Oh, I just had a question and it just left my brain just that quick. It'll come back to me. It was about the grandmother. It'll come back. Well, I'm glad she did call because that switched the
It turned it
relationship
around.
with your daughter.
Yeah, we cool now. My daughter's 20. She's about to be 28. My granddaughter's about to be 2 in August 3rd. So it turned some things around for me. Yeah.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Let's see. Hennessy, the Black Rose said, once I realized exactly what I was dealing with, I walked away. I left everything, the house, the cars, etc., because I realized I caused narcissistic injuries all
She
the
did the
time.
right thing because he was going to punish her.
Yep. And she said that, and I refused to be punished.
Yeah, he was going to punish her. She did the right thing. She needed to talk to women about that. What she did, they need to do the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of women can't. I can't walk away. It hurts so bad. It's painful. But the thing is, I don't understand that pain. But I can talk to them and get them out of it and talk to them, help them. But I've never hurt like they hurt.
It's something else. I've experienced that feeling, and it literally feels like death.
Yeah, I've heard women say that, and I'm like,
Yeah.
because I was a guy causing that pain, so I'm like, you can curl up in a ball and cry all you want. You can go weep and have your mascara running down your face, and I don't care. That's how bad it was. Yeah. I wouldn't do that now. It's just I don't want to be that guy,
Right. She said I called him out on everything that he did, so I found out myself in danger.
Yeah, that's right. You're gonna be in danger when you call them out because now they like mad and revengeful and vindictive. Yeah, she's right.
Malia said, thank you very much. Appreciate it. I have a better understanding now. Good. I will definitely stay out of the way. I was just confused because we weren't seeing each other.
Yeah, stay out of the way. You're doing the right thing. You got a healthy life now because without him getting medical professional help, he's going to do again what he did before. He's going to do it again.
Exactly. I'm 32. Nori B said, I'm 32 years old. I like older men. You were demonic, go.
Right. Very. I get that. That's fine. It's not the first time, Ursa. I was very demonic. She's right. There's no other way to put it.
Time has no bearing. You are correct. And no loyalty.
None. I did a video about no loyalty the other day.
Did you?
Yeah.
Want to talk about it?
We can. Narcissists are only loyal to those that are new, different, and kiss their butt and shiny objects. The next two things. They're loyal to that situation, whatever it is. They're loyal to that. But once you and I are together and I'm used to you, my loyalty to you is like it doesn't even cross my mind. You there, I'm there, I'll be home, we'll do this, we'll do that. You're not going anywhere. So I don't get a rise out of having you anymore. I got a rise out of the chase. Then when I got you, so now I got to find something new, whether it be a situation, a job, travel, or a new woman, another woman.
See, I was reading on that narcissistic cycle. You just said it. Was it the love bombing? What else? The discard,
the value,
yeah, absolutely.
Discard, Hoover, all of that. It starts over. The hoovering is to see how well or not you're doing. So that's why I did a video today called Flying Honeys and not the Flying
Monkeys.
The Flying Honeys, because the honeys are like the people that support the narcissist.
Yeah.
The men have a honey-do list and the women have a honey-do list for me to go see what my ex or soon-to-be ex is doing, how she's doing, who she's dating. Yeah. And you have people that will do that because they want to be with you or around you or a part of your life. So I call it the Flying Honeys.
That's a cool twist on it.
Yeah. Flying
I
honeys.
feel that flying monkeys or honeys, they're I feel they could be just as dangerous
They are
because
because
they're
they know
on
what's going on.
assignment.
Yeah, and they know what's going on, and they're gonna lie to everybody. But they're gonna try to impress the person that they like, which is usually the narcissist.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Exactly.
they're just as dangerous. Some of them probably narcissistic or narcissists themselves.
Right. Okay, Hennessy said, my husband was a truck driver, so it took me a long time to catch on to all of this. And once I did, it turned into a major situation. I cause a narcissistic injury every time I open my mouth.
Yeah, he didn't because every time she opened her mouth, she was right,
Yep.
and that will cause men to become very violent.
Mm.
I guarantee you. I hope she don't say it, but he was probably violent towards her unless she got away. But the way she's saying it now, she caused things, and so she knew what was going on. Every time she said something, she was right. He probably choked her, wanted to choke her, or slapped her, did something, or he left and he went to smoke and drink or cheated. Guaranteed. She'll come on and say some of that. I guarantee you.
Hennessy, if you want to confirm any of that, I don't know who this is, but it sounds like she was giving it to him.
Yeah, and that's when she
Yeah.
started to get hurt. He'll cheat in her face. He'll do things. He'll leave. He'll be gone for days at a time. He'll lie about his schedule just to hurt her.
And especially being a truck driver.
There you go.
You could be anywhere.
Anywhere.
So MZ said, I guess some people just love toxicity.
I don't know about loving it, but I know they like it and they feel it deeply. Because some women, like for me, I'll tell you this. I'll use you for an example.
Mm-hmm.
Say, for instance, your parents were married for 20 years. You had a great upbringing, nice home and all this stuff. Went to good schools. You had a good GPA in high school. Went to college, joined a sorority, got a great job, whatever. There's a good chance, I say 80% chance, that a guy like you would be boring. And so you get a guy like me that might interest you. I'm just saying, I'm just saying. The guy that you like, the guys that you're attracted to may not be the wholesome, down home choir boys.
Mm-hmm.
A guy that's a little edgy, a little fun, funny, well-known, social. You may not like all of that because it's just like you could get a little jealous. But a lot of times, now I would say 80 times out of 10, a woman that finds a man that's just like her, that's wholesome, parents still married, he goes to church, believes in God. Those are great things. But sometimes y'all get bored with that.
I'm laughing because in this group therapy I was in, that was one of the topics. Just how we find when really that person is more than likely healthy, like emotionally healthy, but we get drawn to that toxicity and the trauma bonds, and it's exciting, and that it's like a magnet. It's a magnet, but anything that's and the dramatics that come with it. But then when it's healthy, yay, we're not arguing, and so it's boring. We're not.
There you go.
Getting it up, and
you get a guy that's not arguing. Okay, baby, I'm sorry. That wasn't me. I'm like, excuse me. That wasn't me. I'm like, you shouldn't have said it. So what? Can't you see I'm crying, Leon? I don't care. Wipe your tears. Let me kiss you on your cheek. Let me squeeze your butt. Let's go get some pizza or something. Get over, that was me. I wasn't that nice guy that warm, loving, caring. Okay, baby, I'm sorry. Let me go get the car's detail. Let me check the mail. I'm sorry. Let me call your mom, pick your mom up, take her hair done. Nah, I would take care of moms, but once I'm toxic, it is what it is. I just wasn't a nice dude.
Man. All right, few more. Michelle said, hey guys, I appreciate his honesty, but he scares the heck out of me.
I know. See, I get that a lot. That's why I said earlier. Remember, I told you it's going to be hard for me to date. It's going to be hard for me to have a wife. I already know. You know why, though? I blew all of my chances. God gave me a lot of chances. So I know women going to be, I had to accept that. I figured this out a few years ago. I had to accept that. So women going to be scared of me, but hey, I don't know what to do. Just keep doing what I'm doing, get better.
Mm-hmm.
There's going to be some women that are not scared of me. That doesn't take anything away from them. They're scared of me. That doesn't mean they're weak or less than, no. But I hope somebody take a chance. I'm okay. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the devil. I've been there. I've been down there, but I've done all of those things, I just don't, and it's going to be hard for me to make a woman believe that.
Ooh, your DMs are going to be popping tonight. I'm that woman, Leon. It's gonna be me.
Right, right.
You know it's gonna happen. Michelle, if you don't mind, if you're still on, can you type what is it that Leon scares you? Like what is it?
You know what? I tell you, part of it, it's like I'm so honest here, and I got this look on my face, like, don't trust me, and I'm smiling, and we having a good time, and I'm smiling about my pain, and they're like, they haven't experienced me really. It's like they like how I look. He's honest, but he's dangerous. It's a danger, but the danger is a lure for some women too.
It is.
And I ain't no punk, I make decent money. I'm retired. I stay in shape. So it's scary. She's right. It's not only that, but they know somebody else might be attracted to me. And what am I going to do? Leave her and cheat? No. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. This statement right here with Hennessy, the excitement of the drama drives them crazy. It makes them happy.
That's right. And I remember I told you a while ago, I know how women think.
Yeah.
You can say all you want. Leon, you need to be this. I'm tired of this. You need to do this. But then I get to rubbing your shoulders and stuff and kissing the back of your neck. Being very flirtatious and sexual, amorous, you're going to forget about all that, what you think I need to do, blah, 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 blah. Because to be honest, I know you want a healthy relationship, but sometimes you want a little bit of drama too. But I can get carried away though.
Yeah, from that story you shared earlier.
That is one story, Ursa. When we do another another one, I'll tell you some more stories. You just tickle pink.
Because I have this perfect visual of how. Okay, I'm gonna keep it real. Okay, story time. I'm gonna tell you something that happened. Not to me, but I witnessed it. This was a long time. This was over 20 something. No, probably close to 30. Anyways, I was working. People who know me, they're gonna know where this was. I was working at a hotel, right? And so I worked in the food area, like the food and beverage. And so there was this one chef. He would try to holler at everyone. That's just what he did.
Right.
And he was married. Well, and I didn't know he was married, but I heard that he was, but he didn't talk about his wife. He was too busy flirting with all the women there. And so one day I was setting up this table, and this lady out of she just appeared out of nowhere, out of thin air. And she's like, hey, and I turned around and looked. She's like, do you know such and such? I said, yeah, I'm younger. Yeah, he's right over in there. And she said, oh, I'm not looking for him. I'm just going to let everybody know. Do you know that he's having an affair and with somebody else that was working at the hotel?
Wow.
And I said, what? Who? I'm nosy, but I had a feeling it was one or two people. This sister, I was setting up the table for a cake, the wedding cake. This sister picked up the spatula, and there was some utensils, and she went straight into the kitchen where I pointed to where he was.
Yeah.
And I was in the lobby area, and all I heard was,
right.
They said she tore that kitchen up. And about the time I ran in there, it was over. And that's why I was laughing, because I'm having this visual of
I've been there.
What I saw. I said, oh my God.
I've been there.
You know what? He was on the straight and narrow after that. I didn't even see the person that he was dealing with. She was gone. It was a mess.
Yeah, I've been there.
So, okay, I got all these laughing emojis. So who knows? That probably when I was laughing earlier. Okay. Vacation every day said, I saw the person that hurt me many years later at a funeral. He wanted to know how I was. I smiled and I said that I was fine. He wanted to continue the conversation, and I smiled and walked away.
That's what you should do, because
what strength is that?
Yeah, that's good, because if you sit there and you're engaged, the old Leon is coming back. That would be me. I did that a lot.
Okay, let's see. He followed up a few days later with a Facebook friend request, and I promptly deleted. Girl, promptly delete and block.
Yep.
Block.
She did the right thing.
She sure did. Absolutely did. Okay, I was super down when I realized that his best ex was between him and his mother. Wait, what in the hold on, let me read that again. I was super down when I realized that his best ex move, I don't know if I can say that on YouTube, move was between him and his mother's inappropriate relationship.
Yeah, I've seen that. I didn't see it, but I saw it. I know it happens too. Yeah.
What do you mean? Let's peel that
And you
back.
have like where mother doesn't want to let go of her son, even though he's 30, 35, 40. Oh, yeah, they'll do anything. I've seen a mother look down her son. Her son said his penis was hurting. And we were sitting at their house, and he went over. She said, "Come here, let me see." And he showed it to her, and she looked at. I was like, "Jesus, yeah, that." But I don't know if she's. Yeah, that's inappropriate. It wasn't a relationship, but it's inappropriate. So a lot of times the mother doesn't. Maybe we might have been in our 20s. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that is extremely inappropriate.
Yeah. So she's right. That happens too.
Yeah, that's another thing. And we can talk about this on another time. Definitely the relationship between a mother-in-law,
a mother and her son.
Mother, son, mother, and daughter-in-law.
Yeah, I got you. We can do that.
Yeah, definitely.
Right.
Okay. I'm not gonna take up much more of your time. There are so many comments in here. I'm gonna read these pretty fast.
Go for it.
Okay. We never had any problems. We never had any arguments. So there were no signs. It all showed up at one time when his father died and he just broke and cracked.
We never had any problem. We never had any arguments. So there was no signs. It all showed me. Yeah. So when they lose somebody or something, a lot of times they don't cry. They don't show their emotions. But when you lose somebody that's close to you, that knows you, or you like that person and they're gone, yeah, that's a hurtful thing right there for sure.
Oh, wait, before I read that, Vacation said, what the hell? Make an appointment with a doctor. My son is 24.
That's right. Yeah.
Exactly.
I agree with him.
Me too. Tamika, hi Tamika Taylor. She says, question please, why does my ex come around still? It seems just to show me how much she hates me when you first show up. He's nice and sweet. By the end, he's kicking my car, but kicking my car, but in my windows. May I start off with that answer?
Yeah.
She said, why does my ex still come around? Because you let them.
That's, first of all, true. There are no boundaries. There's no protection order. He's not afraid. Second of all, he still likes you. Third of all, he still wants you to think that he's crazy. He's kicking cars in. So guess what? Nobody's going to come see you and nobody's going to be with you because you're crazy ex. That's a trauma bond that you have, Tamika. You need to set boundaries. You need to get a protection order because he's going to hurt you next. He's going to kick you in next. I'm sorry, but I've seen it. I got a friend right now that did that to his ex. Kept coming by because there were no boundaries. Then she called the police finally because he started tearing her car up, and then he was about to tear her up. So it's going to get worse before it gets better. Tamika Taylor, pretty young lady. If you want to stay that way, you better get him out of your life because he will destroy you to a point where nobody wants you. I hope that scares the hell out of you. Let me scare y'all now. Let me scare you. This is the part that I will scare you because I know that people that are so deeply attracted to you, that love you, but don't want to tell you that they love you and don't want to tell you that they can't be without you, they'll hurt you so much that they don't have to worry about nobody else wanting you.
So here's a part two to what she said. It's very hard for me to let go of him.
Okay. See, Tamika, I wish I could talk to her. This guy is kicking your car in and you're fearful. You're in danger. Do you know that that's abuse? It only heightens, it gets worse. It's very, how is it hard to let go of him, and he's damaging your property? So has he damaged you? The answer is yes. Emotionally, you're going to start getting sick. You're fearful. Your hair may fall out. Your nerves going to get bad. You're going to get anxiety, PTSD, and then who knows what's going to happen, because that's a trauma bond. She's right. But you know what I tell women? One thing we don't talk about, it goes from trauma bond to tragic bond.
That's real. I had a guest on about a year ago, and she went through these phases as well. And next thing you knew, she's getting hit on, beat on. Yeah. And the end of that story, he ended up unaliving two people.
I hope Tamika don't get to that point, but she said it's hard to let go. So that's why you said it right. He keeps coming back because you let him. And now she was honest, though. She said it's hard to let go. Well, if you're my daughter, you would have to let him go, because he ain't coming around. I'll put him in jail.
This is interesting. Question: is it normal for narcissistic people to sleep with the same sex and or any sex?
But I heard a psychologist say that about them sleeping with the same sex but not considering themselves gay. I heard that. I don't know. I can't answer that as far as from a psychological aspect, but I've heard doctors say that they would not claim to be gay, but they sleep with the same sex because it's the appetite. She's right. The flesh. It can happen. Yeah. It's just like me having an abundance of women, and if somebody is narcissistic and they're gay, they would have an abundance of men. Or if they're not gay, they want to try to get the attention from men, just like they do from women. I can see that happening too. Yeah.
Interesting. This is a great question. Leon, would you date a woman who is a reformed narcissist and is as honest as you are?
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I would, because I know what she's been through. I know where she's at, and I know how she feels. I know how I feel. I don't want to cheat anymore. I don't want no drama. I don't want to lie. I don't want to be verbally abusive. But I know that we can change our behavior, so I know it's possible. Yeah, that's a good question. I would. Before I said I wouldn't date nobody like me, but the way she put it, yeah, I would.
Do you feel like you've dated a narcissist in the past, a narcissistic woman in the past? 3? Was it the sister that came up to your job? Was one of them?
I didn't even consider her one because that was in the 90s, but actually it was 4 of them. And all 4 of them had issues with their mother. So it's 2 of them. It's 1, 2, 3 of them now that I would never talk to them ever again. I couldn't care less. I know how they are. I know how they think. I know what they want. I know where they're going. I know. But one was still cool, but she's got it bad. But I wouldn't. They were nice looking women. What they had in common, they're all pretty, good looking women, and they all didn't get along with their mothers.
Wow. So again, remember that question we talked about when you get to know people and that getting to know you phase, when that time comes up, you get to a point where you get past that surface and peel some layers back and see how what was their blueprint. Not saying that they have to stick to it, but it'll give you some insight. I in the past never did that because I didn't know. Didn't know.
Right.
But if I did, there would have been some relationships, situationships as well. I would have never gotten into.
Oh yeah, but there's 4 that I know for sure. I can't diagnose people, but I know they were just like me. So it's like I ghost them, they ghost me. I lie to them, they lie to me. The sex is great afterwards. We turn our back. We not cuddling. Ain't no love. Okay, too bad, Leon. Bye. All right, see you later, Sherry. Whatever. It's just nothing. It was nothing there. So it's fun when we're together. We're attracted to each other, but after a certain amount of time, it's like I'm tired of you. You tired of me. Bye. Get up. Bye. You know. I'd rather be with somebody that's real and genuine and loving and caring. You know, and that mean well. Because I can't be with somebody like me. We don't mean well to each other. It ain't gonna happen.
Oh, right.
I had one girl used to ask me that I was dating. She said, "You think I'm a narcissist like you, Leon?" I was like, "Oh," but she was.
Why'd you? That's the time you chose not to lie.
Yeah, because when somebody asks you, right, it's actually when you tell them, yeah, it's a compliment to them.
I don't understand that because I don't understand that.
Right. You wouldn't because you're not, right? You don't embody that. You don't want that. Some people want that type of attention. That I'm a narcissist or I got 7 traits or 8 traits, and people still like them, especially if they're good looking and they're successful in their field. You call them a narcissist. It's like calling somebody a butthole and they know that they're a butthole. Or somebody, you're dominating, you're an overachiever, you're controlling. People like hearing stuff like that.
So it's for that attention, even if it's negative.
Yeah, because most times narcissistic people are high functioning, highly intelligent, good looking entertainers, athletes, leaders in the military. Yeah, well spoken. People like to be around them. It's a compliment.
So, okay. I want to ask you this before we close out. I have a conversation with one of my closest friends, and we were having a conversation about someone that they know is they can't see that this person is insecure. And I'm not a therapist by any means, but this person definitely has narcissistic qualities. That's a fact. Can you explain how insecurities can show up in a narcissistic person or a person with high narcissistic traits, several narcissistic traits?
Yeah, jealousy about your close friends, male or female, doesn't matter. That's when they try to alienate you from them. Being competitive, not being as strong emotionally. Outside the bedroom, they really don't function well in relationships. They might be happy to go here and there for a little while, but then they'll start to go down. Don't want to talk about spirituality stuff, God, the Bible. Don't want to, those things like that. I never wanted to go to. I don't even remember. I had a girlfriend who was for 6 years, and she was into the Bible. I don't think I've ever went to church with her, ever. But stuff like that. Talking about the future, relationships, being engaged, getting married, having kids, commitment, long-term stuff. Don't like that. It's too draining. It's too far out. I don't plan to be around it long. So things like that. The insecurities come out because they know that they don't want that. But at the same time, they know that they don't want somebody else to have you if they're not going to commit to you. So a lot of women give a man or men give a woman that ultimatum, and they're like, well, I need to think about it. And they think about it. Next, it's a year down the line, 18 months, and they still think about it. They should have. They knew when they asked me that they want to get married. I was that guy too, but I wasted a lot of time in relationships. Narcissists are time wasters for sure. We care nothing about time. I know I didn't. And so the insecurities come out when you know what you want, and then you are just as capable of getting somebody else like that narcissist is. And so they start to become fearful of you leaving them, become fearful of you finding somebody else better than them. They become fearful if you not believing them anymore. Then they'll start to lose you. Then what happens? They start to hold on tighter, gaslight you, lie. They might even start cheating before you get a chance to end the relationship. Then they'll throw it in your face. Yeah.
Woo! This is really good. This is real good. So y'all, I didn't get to all of the questions, but if you would love for Leon to come back so we can continue this conversation, drop a 1 in the chat right now. Drop a 1 in the chat. And while you all do that, Leon, I have to look on my calendar. Leon is an author, if you all did not know that, as well as a motivational speaker, but he is an author. He's on book number 4. Yeah. So next time, let me drop his website. I just had it. So his website is live in the link in the chat right now, but we are going to talk about his book next time. So If you haven't already, I want you all to click the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, so you know when I come on. You'll see Leon will be on. We'll have the person that's in this book. He will be on as well. It's going to work out. Or we may just, either way, we're going to talk about his book. That's the point. So I want you all to show up for that.
And then you're going to be interviewing him. What day are you interviewing the guy, the William Aiden? The book is about him.
Do you want to, well, I'll let you take the lead on that.
Yeah, so
talk about it.
Ursula's going to interview William T. Aiden Sr., the young man that I wrote the book about. And it's a great book. It's a great story of redemption. A lot of your young sons will love the book. Your daughters will love the book. If you have anybody that's missing a limb, that was born through malfeasance, which is the hospital intentionally harmed him. If you know anybody like that, if you know anybody that has like maybe bad skin, that's obese and want to overcome, Bill Aiden is the person to talk to. His book, If I Can, You Can, is the book to buy. And the book will be out. We were going to bring it out June 22nd, but we had found some issues with editing and interior design. So we needed another month. So it's going to be out August 2nd. And if you're in Cleveland, Ohio, August 2nd, or if you're flying, if you'd like to travel somewhere, August 2nd, from 6 to midnight at the Connect Lounge in Cleveland, Ohio, there will be a book release party. We'll have giveaways, we'll have food, we'll have gifts, free bar for the first hour, entertainment, networking, selling books, selling t-shirts for If I Can, You Can. It's his brand. So his matter of fact, if y'all could do me a small favor and follow him, because I'm trying to build up his social media.
What is it? Then I can drop the link in the chat.
On Instagram is William Aiden, A-D-E-N. William Aiden, A-D-E-N If I Can, You Can. William Aiden If I Can, You Can on Instagram.
Hold on, I think William Aiden.
Him. Yeah, If I Can, You Can. That's on Instagram.
Okay.
And on Facebook, he's just William Aiden. But his story is amazing. I've been knowing William since I was 9. He was 8. And he played every sport with one arm. He only has 5 fingers at work. He grew to be 6'5" after his injury that he had as a newborn. That's a lot to his story. Him and his mom both flatlined. She was paralyzed. He was the biggest baby in 1966 for 25 years. It was delivered in Ohio. So he was 13.1 pounds and 26 inches long.
Wait.
A turkey.
13?
Yeah, she delivered a turkey.
What?
Well, he did. He damaged his mother. She was mad before she even delivered him. Because he was ramming her ribs. And he was trying to get out as a baby. Yeah, it's a hell of a story. We're gonna do pre-sales probably in the end of July, somewhere in there. Pre-sales. I'll have the link where the book can be bought at. Right now, we're not going to Amazon or the Barnes Noble way. We're going through another traditional publishing company called Black History 365. So I'll be putting more information out there. Tamika said she's an empath. She found out she's an empath. That's why it's hard for her to let go. I understand. I'm sorry, Tamika. I wasn't trying to be mean earlier, but I understand. You're an empath. It is hard to let go. She's right. It's gonna be hard to let go of bad boyfriends, bad family members, because empaths are fixers, are healers, and they heal through the universe and God.
But is it an empath or a trauma bond?
It's a part of the trauma bond, but she's an empath. She's right. Being empaths are trauma bonded for sure. Yeah, for sure. She's a nurturer. She's a lover. She's a carer. She's an uplifter. She's a builder. She's a rehabilitator. And if she were to let him go, she'd feel like she lost the war against him and the devil. And she gonna keep fighting. I understand it. I get it. Women did that for me, Ursula.
Okay, so I just saw her comment right here. I was searching for it.
I
I wonder
understand.
Tamika, how you found out you were an empath, and I didn't even know what that was.
Yep. It's
Interesting.
how you conduct yourself, which is good. Empaths kept me alive. Hey, if you guys can go follow William Aiden,
Yep, I dropped his Instagram in the chat. It's
please
a
follow
live
him.
link.
Yeah, we're trying to build his social media up, and he will be doing speaking engagements. We're doing book giveaways. We're doing backpacks, haircuts, free stuff in August. So if you're in Cleveland, Ohio, we'll be putting out flyers and stuff. I'll be on social media announcing it. So there'll be a lot of big stuff coming up with him.
Okay, someone just followed him. I just followed him too. So yeah, that's some good stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, you all make sure and subscribe to the channel. So, and if it's on the audio podcast, make sure you follow me so you know when Leon comes on again, and we're going to talk about the book, and we'll have a live link for the sales. The people are still having questions.
I know.
Okay,
We can do another one. We don't
we'll
have to
do
wait
another
too
one.
long. So
Yeah,
matter of fact, you got him coming up. You'll be interviewing him, and then
exactly.
you can do me after that. If you want to.
Yeah, we'll have a William come on. That's what we'll do. That was the plan anyway.
Yeah.
And so I checked. He didn't click on that link yet. So if you can resend it,
Okay.
would be great.
Okay.
So other than that, any parting words?
Make sure you pay attention to the male or female, whoever you're dating or planning to marry. Make sure you know about their past, their parents, if they have any children, how do they parent with their children. Make sure you're not just taking on the charity case as an empath, because you all, and what I mentioned to you earlier, liking somebody that's the opposite of you, empaths are like that. They get that wholesome dude. It's like, he kind of boring. Let me go fix Leon. Let me go work on Leon over here, you know? So I would say, don't be so quick to run away from a guy that likes you. Like the people that like you and not the people that you like, because the people that you like are gonna not like you. They might probably like somebody else. So, and you can make some men, turn them into good men. I'm proof that I could be a good man. And so, take your time, take care of yourself first, and don't give till you're sick. Don't give till you're empty. So take some time. Yeah.
I like that. Do not give until you're sick or empty.
Yeah. Women do it all the time.
We do. And then, we wonder why we have these physical ailments.
Yeah, because
high blood pressure.
Yeah, and then you go on a vacation, you don't even enjoy yourself because you think about me. Not me per se, but me. Yeah.
Exactly.
You would much rather be in a 1,200 square foot apartment with me doing hookah and watching ESPN or a movie, and I'm gonna get up in 2 hours and go flirt or cheat or go smoke some weed and come back and act a fool.
Yeah. Ooh, my God. Yeah, and it's okay to learn a practice of pouring into ourselves.
Right.
Yeah, and just how you said, MZ is the mothering instinct in us, and we can mother ourselves and mother our inner child, our wounded inner child.
Right.
So, well, you know what? We've come to an end.
Yeah.
Once again, this was phenomenal. Oh, and guess what, Leon? Guess what?
What?
You are a black man that has his shift together.
Right? I'm trying.
This for the queens, sisters manifesting their dreams. Get your cream by any means and beam with self-esteem. Beauty supreme and Buddha walk so mean. The way you fit in them jeans, you eat your cornbread and greens. Dance or a doctor, red wine or vodka. Redesign your spot and redefine your mantra. Retwist your locks and realign your chakras. Doing your squats and getting closer to God, huh? Brunching with your squad or taking a girl's trip. Adjust your crown, you God's gift to the world, sis. Celestial body, drink your water. Meditate, sun kiss God is heavenly order. Levitate, tribe of Ashanti. Black girl magic, melanin popping. Whether you ratchet or lavish, whether you bougie or savage, you a gift and a treasure. You got to love a black girl getting a shift together. Black girls are getting a shift together. These black girls getting a shift together, man. These black girls are getting a shift together. These black girls getting a shift